Welcome on in to an early look of Reincarnation Insurance Program, or R.I.P, which blends twin stick shooting, roguelite survival style action, and deep loot progression into one fast-paced experience. We're jumping in to explore its wild builds, non-stop combat, and addictive item chase. And if you like what you see, hop into early access on January 25th. But let's dive into R.I.P. Alright, so we are inside the game now. Now keep in mind that this is a build that is before any sort of early access build, so there may be bugs or translation issues or things like that, but of course just know that those things are actively being worked on, and this will be different from the initial release and of course any future releases due to feedback from the player base. Now with this, we have our warehouse. Now this is where we can store our items that we get in each mission. So we can actually see what we're wearing, what's in our personal inventory, and then store things in here as well. If there are items that we can't use yet, or items we might want to hold for another character that we haven't unlocked yet, among other things, it's just a great way of storing those items. So I love that. Adding on the additional layer of loot on top of your character tree or your account tech tree, like that's really cool. I think it gives you a little bit more value for grinding, which is really nice, and making the character feel more your own. And also, roguelites like these are great for making builds through a talent tree, but to be able to add weapons onto it to enhance it even more is awesome. That's really, really cool. Now here at Fortune, the Artisan, this is where we can dismantle armor pieces, weapons, and so forth for essence, that then hopefully we can then utilize later on for other pieces of gear. We can reforge as well, which means we can replace an attribute on an item, which I always love that. If there's an attribute where it's like, I've had those items where it's like, oh, this would be perfect for range, but then they add this one like random melee thing onto it that just doesn't benefit me. Well, now you can reforge and change that melee to hopefully another range, for example. And then we have contracts, which I'm not exactly sure on. Its contract guide is consume the item, divine contract to add a contract set effect to equipment. So evidently this is like adding on some kind of set effect where if you have like 3 or more pieces or 4 or more pieces, you will get an additional benefit perhaps. When equipped items meet the slot and quantity requirements of the contract set, the corresponding set effect is activated. Yes, so it does seem like it's just an additional add-on based on the number of pieces of armor you have or the number of pieces of whatever you have. So, like a Diablo, which again, the developers have mentioned that this game is heavily inspired not only by roguelites and whatnot, but also ARPGs like Diablo. Now we also have a shop too, where we can buy or buy back. We sell something and decide we want it back. The armor looks really cool. Very tactical, very military, very sci-fi. Quantum band. You can see, of course, all the different stats for dash and weapons and tech. The chest, I love the helmet, though the helmet does give huge Mandalorian vibes. Huge Star Wars vibes, but I still love it. I think it looks great. Overbore stealth boost, so movement, tactical skill, weapon. And we'll see more of where these abilities fall into line when we look at our tech trees. Or I should say our talent trees, because tech is technically a branch of the talent tree. So yeah, lots of really interesting stuff, and already my brain is just going, okay, so builds, this is interesting. I love a game with a good build mechanic in it, or a good build system in it. And here we go, here is our talent tree. Now we can see all the different characters here. We have Philomel, we have Claire, we have Morse, we have Katarina, and we have Luna. So Philomel is very focused on light armor, so very quick movement and SMG. Claire is heavy armor, up close and personal with a shotgun. The other characters I'm not sure on, because you have to unlock them to get any information. Now I would say it would be nice to have some information on them, even if we don't have them unlocked, so that way we get to know their name and their sort of specialty. But they do look very cool, and we'll see them shortly here. But as you can see with the tree, we have a weapon branch, a throw branch, chase branch, dash branch, tech branch. But each talent tree is different from one another between the characters. So you see here we have weapon, but then we have psionic, chase, survival, tech. Psionic gives me big vibes of Mass Effect, so I'm very curious on that. Here we have weapon, psionic, tactical skill, survival, and tech. And again, weapon, psionic, we have auxiliary weapon, survival, tech as well. And then weapon, chase, tactical, survival, and tech. So very intrigued. Definitely looks like there's quite a bit to play with here. And as you can see too, it's not just a 1 and it's unlocked, but you can build up a certain node. Like some of these nodes are 0 out of 3. So you could put 1, 2, or 3 in depending on your play style and what you're trying to aim for a build. So I do like that quite a bit. So it seems like finding the right gear is going to be huge. Also, making sure you're gaining enough experience so you can build into the right branches of the tree. And of course, here we can select our agent, so Philomel. Philomel tears through the battlefield with a hail of bullets, elegantly dancing on the razor's edge of danger. Ooh. And then Claire. Claire prefers to get up close and using her devastating power to destroy her enemies. Her bullets are strictly no nonsense. And then for these other characters, of course, we could see what we need to clear, what level, as well as the risk level. So this is good for people who like achievements, who like builds, who like challenges as well. And then we have the different quests. These are ones that are either strictly for the character, a specific challenge, or by collecting a certain amount of things. For instance, purchase 4 warehouse slots, you will get 6,000 credits, 80 basic essence, and then 3 advanced essence. For a challenge, you can upgrade throw type divine text to a total of level 10, or upgrade weapon type divine text to a total of level 10. And out of this, you'll get advanced essence as well as corrupted crystals. Now, some of these can also give you items like glass band. Random obtain a T2 mythic equipment. So some of these are just, you will gain a random item at a specific tier. Legendary faded glasses. Carnival manacles. Equipment drop rarity increased by 25%. That's pretty awesome. And of course, all the different character challenges and what they'll get, such as grenades and SMGs, talent points, Tempest shotgun, that looks really cool. Hammer fist for Claire. There we go, deploy. So combat zone, purge zone, no-go zone clearance. There's the swamp, there's the desert, and there are the frost fields. There's also a headhunt assault boss hunt. And you could do a random hunt, but you have to, of course, unlock these over time. You could change the risk level here. Yeah, so you can see the differences in risk level. Just going up to risk level 2, you get more credit, more experience, and better equipment rarity, but enemies do more damage and have more HP. As you go higher up, not only do enemies have more HP and do more damage, but their move speed is increased and attack intervals are increased. Plus new enemies, so this says new mutant detected. Oh yeah, and it just keeps going up, and then the bosses get harder as well, and then you get less healing items. So fair. I actually like that. I like that incremental difficulty. Like I think that's really cool. And I'm glad it's not just purely the fact that enemies are bullet sponges and that's it. Like there's more to them. Like you have to be careful of their speed. You have to be careful of how resistant they are, the spawn rate. Like that's really cool. So we're going to jump into Swamp. It's an infected zone. The area is oppressively hot and humid with miasma blanketing the terrain. Dense, twisted vegetation blots out the sunlight. Zombies coexist with lethal flora. They are swift, camouflaged, and their toxic sprays and vine-like tendrils are hard to evade. Honestly, the translation so far is really good. I don't see any major issues here. It's really nice. Decay and life unnaturally intertwine here. Extreme caution is advised. Well written. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy and see what we get. Okay, so WASP to move around. Lists of biological contact confirmed. Secure the area. So tactical skill, cast, or fire is left mouse button. Now, I don't know if there is an option to turn this into an auto-fire where you're just running around but auto-firing everything. I play both, so I'm honestly happy with either one. Now, it does seem like you have to go around and pick up items by hitting E instead of just walking over them. Which I get why, because if you don't want your inventory filled up with a bunch of random loot that doesn't benefit you, you know, why auto pick it up? Why auto loot it? Oh no. Oh, exploder. Okay, so grenade with right mouse button. There we go. So we've leveled up, a drop pod has come down, and now we can pick our next divine tech, which will only last, or should only last, within this mission. So let's see, or at least this run, I should say. Okay, so we have weapon, dash, chase, throw, tactical skill, psionic, auxiliary, and passive. And we can see which of these divine techs feed into which tree, or which branch of the tree. So that's really cool. So explosive rounds increases weapon damage. Hits apply a sticky charge. Oh, interesting. So damage bonus is 24%. I love this. I love seeing the specifics here, so that way I actually know what it's doing. You're getting actual like ARPG type numbers, which is really nice. So you can min-max if you care about that. So explosive rounds, tactical hourglass, increases duration of tactical skill, or bloodthirsty magazine. After reloading, reload speed increases based on the number of kills with that magazine. Ooh. Ooh. So more damage or reload speed bonus after each kill. 8% after each kill. That sounds insane, actually. Okay. Well, let's go with explosive rounds. Let's go with the damage. Okay, so we see our green bar there is health. The two golden bars underneath are our dashes, so we have to wait for those to get off cooldown. Alright, we've got exploding enemies. We've got enemies that melee, enemies that charge at you. Oh, we got hit by something there. Corrosive aura. Gain an aura that continuously damages nearby enemies and inflicts poison. Splitting projectiles. After firing the last bullet in the magazine, fire multiple projectiles outward from yourself. I always like stuff like that. It definitely helps clear house a bit. Toxic chain. Dashing links enemies, dealing damage while healing you. Ooh. It's only a common, but I like that. So health regained is 2. Max targets 3. That's interesting, actually. A toxic chain. I'm very intrigued on that, but let's go with the legendary. Why not? Oh man, look at that aura. That actually has some really good range on it to start with. We are seeing some range enemies as well. As we get crushed by the by our level up. Revenge of the Whirling Blades. When an enemy attacks, there's a chance to fire a whirling blade at it. The blade bounces between enemies, so that's pretty nice. And that's part of the psionic tree. Blade Ring Dash, or increase the spawn chance and damage of Mechatech tech. Huh, okay. We'll just keep going with the higher level stuff, the higher tiered stuff, until we figure out what it does. And we can see that our experience are those little white orbs. Oh boy. Looks like a boss here, or an elite. Keep on dashing, keep on dashing. EXP amplifier, I mean, yes. There's also luck boost. Now for luck, it's give or take depending on the type of game you're playing, like what exactly luck boosts. But typically what I've come across is that luck usually enhances the chance of getting higher tiered items as well as like higher tiered techs, if you will, like this kind of stuff, which is like just mission based skill boosts. So I'm assuming that that's probably what luck boost is in this game too, or luck is in this game. But I'm going to go for the amplifier here. We also have a damage boost, increases damage by 10%, but let's try the XP gain. Ranger gloves, sure. Ooh, ow. That broke me right out of that roll, too. So angry. So there's a heart on the lower left-hand corner, so I'm guessing there's a way of getting almost like a death defiance, where if you go down, you can come back, like a +1, or a 1-up, if you will. Okay, so we can level up some of the skills that we've already unlocked, like Corrosive Aura, we can get to level 2. Our range enhances by 14, but damage doubles. Wow. Okay, let's do that. Feels like we're leveling quite quick, which I can't complain to start off with. Oh, and of course here too, you can ban certain cards. So if you're like, you know what, I'm never going to use this, let me just ban it. You can do that. Boom. You can also re-roll, which you have to start 5 re-rolls, which I think is actually very generous, because usually you get like 1 or 2 to start with many of these games. And then alter, switch to a new divine text. So you can just pick one and then alter it. That's cool. You know what? Let's do the Giant Slayer. I like that. We could get level 3 Corrosive Aura, but we're already coming across elites now, so might as well. Oh boy. Yep, like that. That thing looks like something straight out of like RE or something. Which is a compliment, because I think that looks really cool. It's interesting that you have to go to the drop pods to level up. It's not a bad thing, it's just interesting, it's different. Because that means that you have to fight to get to it too, which is actually kind of cool. Let's see, so throwing expert, bloodthirsty, explosive rounds, let's up our explosive rounds. Blade Ring Dash. Dash distance increases, cutting nearby enemies with spinning blade. I like that. I'm a fan. Parting Gift. Passive. Poisoned. Enemies have a chance to drop an explosive grenade on death. Fusion Tech. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. We're already doing poison anyway, so we could just go for an all-out poison build to an extent. It'll be interesting to see if they have like a glossary of enemies, so that way not only can you see their really cool art, but so that way you can learn like what are their weaknesses and what are things that they're strong against, if they have any sort of resistance system for the enemies. Because like you would assume like in the swamp, like we're getting poison damage, but is it actually really poisoning enemies? Because usually swamps are considered in RPGs and stuff like areas where there are poisonous things and where you will be inflicted with poison damage. So I'm just kind of curious on if there is any sort of resistance system where poison here might not be the best choice. So I'm intrigued on that. Smart missiles. After your shots land, it has a chance of launching 3 homing missiles at enemies. Now that could be pretty solid for like bosses and elites, things that would last for a bit longer. So that's not bad. You know what, let's keep going with explosive rounds. Oh, there are the spinning blades. Another level up. So we can up our blade ring dash. We can, oh, you can also change the rarity. Go from rare to epic. I like that, that's cool. When an enemy attacks, there's a chance to fire a whirling blade at it. The blade bounces between enemies. So the chance goes up by 6%, which isn't huge, but it's helpful. But the damage does go up by a nice bit. So, okay. Or we could just up our blade ring dash. Distance bonus, 1%, but I'll take it. Damage, oh, by a lot. Wow. And then AoE radius by 5, but that's nice. You know what? Let's go with that. You go. That was stuck. Goodbye, Doge. So it seems like we're seeing exploding enemies. We're seeing melee-based enemies. What is this? Intelligent robot. Greetings, I am model EX3576, an intelligent service unit of R.I.P. I'm here to provide assistance based on your requirements. Oh, cool. So you can, at random, come across these robots, and you can choose a random stat increase. Luck, crit chance, movement speed, experience pickup radius. I always like to get experience pickup radius where I can, at least early on. But movement speed would be pretty solid for a character like this because we're not very tanky. Yeah, let's go for that. Oh, those spinning blades coming in clutch on that dash there. So it seems like grenades will just sort of recharge. Ooh, stunned. Yeah, they seem to just recharge. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so Corrosive Aura we can enhance again. Giant Slayer. Let's do Giant Slayer. Alright, let's see about leaving this one spot we've been hanging out in the entire time. Rocket Salvo. After multiple hits, fires a salvo of rockets. Back-mounted RPG. Jeez. Sounds intense. I like it. Summoning a rocket launcher mounted on your back. 480 damage, explosive range 250. Oh. Otherwise, this does 100 range instead of 250. Well, that's explosive range, though. But still. 100 to 250, let's say. 42 damage for 6 rockets versus just straight up 480. I feel like this is probably good for more of like bosses and elites. This is probably good for just clearing house. Let's try the back-mounted RPG. Well, you can really chuck those grenades. Your character definitely has an arm on him. So far the swamp, lots of murky water. Looks like what used to be pieces of warehouses or some sort of buildings. See tires and barrels. Oh, hi, what are you? Looks like some mutants with some slapping sticks on their arms, ready to smack the crap out of me. Hi. How about near? Yes, you have to keep in mind that when you're firing, you do slow down. You have to be careful. Paid charging pile. Okay, I was making sure I was reading that right. Paid charging pile. Hello, I'm the latest charging pile from Alter Seed Company. You can pay a corresponding price to receive a powerful empowerment. If you prefer not to pay, we also offer a special free trial service. Oh, consumerism at its finest. I love it. We hope you will be satisfied. So decrease fire rate, but increase weapon crit. Dash duration decreases, but CD reduction increases. Cooldown reduction. Free trial movement. You know, I'm just going to go with the movement speed. I like free right now. Healing. Nice. So healing can drop. That's good to know. Ooh, that biggin is tanky. Oh, you find a lot of interesting things. Merit Matrix. Now, what is this? Due to your exceptional performance, you may now select one of the following rewards. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks. A little bit of positivity. Tech bans +3, tech rerolls +3, tech alterations plus. Let's just do experience boosts right now. Now it does look too like you can eventually maybe unlock a secondary skill besides your grenade, which is pretty cool. That's with the F key if you're using mouse and keyboard, which by the way, you can use controller. That is an option as well if you prefer controller for these types of games. So we can increase Giant Slayer level. Level 3 for Corrosive Aura. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing Giant Slayer. I think really prep for the boss, whatever that boss is. Oh man, that's stun. Oh, cool. Okay, you can check your inventory and your stats and it pauses the game. Oh, nice. That way you can actually use the loot you pick up. In some of these style games where they have loot, there are times where you can't actually use the loot until you're out of this mission or match and go into the next one. So that's cool that you can actually just equip. 50 damage, 40 magazine, 600 fire rate, 850 range, all damage, plus 16%, almost 17%. Okay. Gloves, some more damage. Damage, I like it. Epic tech spawn chance. You know what? Sure, why not? And I love seeing these stats and just knowing like, okay, are the things I'm using going into the things I'm trying to build up properly? So this is really nice to see. And how close you are to the next level too. That's cool. Threat detected, so incoming. Ooh. Oh, we're locked in. Oh. Oh, there's a cinematic? Oh, that's cool. I was not expecting that. Oh, that's terrifying. Yep. If you hate bugs, you're gonna hate this. Venomous Widow. Okay, so they have a ground slam. Ooh, there's that RPG. Alright, they stab at the ground. Ooh, area web, nice. And then we have to avoid it, I'm guessing, too. Because I'm assuming if we go through these, we'll end up getting slowed. Oh, you pounce, too, okay. Hey, a boss with depth, I like it. Okay, you're a super soaker with the with your butt there. That's good to know. I mean, that is where the webbing comes out. So, Spider-Man, if you want to go realistic, you got a thing or two to learn. Then again, no one wants to see that. Ooh, okay, poisonous spray. I'm guessing. That's a cool cone attack. Yeah, I like that we're seeing a wide range of attacks here. Area of effect, cone attacks, among other things. Like, that's really neat. Oh no. Not the butt webbing. Stop it. Hey, there we go. Stealth boots, ranger gloves, Gale SMG, heck yeah. Grab that health. Oh, and here we are. I don't know where we were on the map. I want to find that item. Ah, okay, so what's being dropped that we're picking up that's experience? They're called Reclaimed Souls. Venture Capital, go big or go home. Safety first. Armor +3. Rational investment, 70% chance of success. On success, dash CD reduction 30%. On failure, all damage decreased by 30% for a minute. Oh my goodness. 30% chance of... So this is gambling, basically. You can either do the safe option, which you get a little boost, or you can get a big boost if you succeed. So this is like flipping a coin, basically. You either are going to get the benefit, or you're going to get the negative. But the negative is temporary. So on success, dash charges +1. So you'll get a third dash instead of the 2 that we have. But on failure, you'll lose a dash for 45 seconds. Oh, man. Hey, it was a success. All right. Kids, I don't condone gambling, but in games like this, you know, hey. Ow. Ow. Ooh, the knockback, though. Ooh, boy. Okay. You know what? Here, take a grenade. I want my goodies. You know what, let's... Yeah, you know what, let's up Corrosive Aura at this point. It's putting in work for us. You know, we're outputting damage that we don't have to worry about. So. Mysterious black box. Wow, I love all these different little things you can interact with. A black box of unknown origin, used with caution. Decrease fire rate, but increase luck. Decrease range, but increase cooldown reduction. Our range isn't already the best, so I don't really want to decrease that. Our fire rate's pretty solid, so decreasing it by 10% might not be terrible. Attack range decrease, but attack speed increase, or refuse loss, level up heal. You know what? The heal is temporary, but beneficial, of course. What do we want to do? Well, as we have constant damage from our aura, I guess we could go with the fire rate luck. Let's try it out. R.I.P. Premium Services. Biometric authentication successful. According to your signed Reincarnation Insurance policy, please select from the following premium services. Thank you for your continued support. So, increased damage, increased chase range, soul maintenance, increased psionic damage in range. So there's no loss on this, that's great. Damage and duration. Let's go with chase navigation. Oh yeah, I can already see the increase in our range actually. That's really nice. The fact that I can actually see the changes. Alright, another paid charging pile. Do you want to decrease fire? Cooldown reduction is increased. Duration. Let's just do movement speed again. We don't have much armor, so being able to move fast and get out of the way of things, definitely nice. Reincarnation Beacon. As an agent of the Prime Deities, R.I.P. will forever illuminate the path ahead for all outstanding warriors. Ooh, rapid fire instruction. So fire rate increased, weapon reload speed increased. Damage increased, distance from dash increased. Throwing increased by 20%. I mean, honestly, I'm already flinging these grenades, so I think I'm okay on that. I'm thinking one or two. Long run training or rapid fire instruction. Honestly, I'm thinking long run. We already have a weapon that has a high fire rate, so... Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, interesting. Oh, I hit that thing emergency something. It might have been like a heal. Not entirely sure it happened so quick. Oh, sword. Sword in the stone. Pull out this sword and become the chosen king. Attempt to draw the sword in the stone. 40% chance of success. Oh boy. On success, crit chance increased by 5%, crit damage by 30%. On failure, though, you lose 50% of your health. Oh boy. Let's do it. Oh, we failed. That's alright. It was worth a shot. Oh no. Oh, we are taking some damage. Let's do long runs training again. See if I can find any other places where I can heal. Oh, man. Someone's shooting us with, looks like lasers? I'm not sure what that was. Oh, man, that was brutal. So now this character's all set. Now let's go ahead and switch to Claire and try her out and see what happens. Okay, and the items do change in the store based on the character that you pick. Ooh, Godslayer Leech Tempest Shotgun looks so cool. Warp Sturdy Kinetic Boots, okay. So we have a little over 1K. Tech rerolls. Damage versus 100% HP. Attack speed. Duration sawed-off shotgun. That would be all of our money right there. But all damage, crit chance, and duration. We could just get the Breacher hand shotgun. Let's do that before we go in. Let's do boots without the furs. No apple bottom jeans. That on, pop that on. All right. Oh yeah, let's look at talents here. So because we played as Philomel, anything yet? No, okay, because we didn't... Well, we did level up, right? Because it says level 2. Okay, so maybe it's only from accomplishments or like achievements or whatever. Because I did see in this system here, or not here, where is it? Is it up here? That you can get talent points. So raise Philomel to level 10, you get a talent point. To 40, you get 2 talent points. To 20, you get a talent point. But is there a way of getting talent points outside of this? I'm very curious on that. Oh, equip any character with a full set of gear. Done. Nice. So we've got credits and we have basic essence. Back to the swamp. Oh yeah, some good spread. Not bad range considering. Oh, Q is auto fire. Okay, so you can do auto fire. So if you just want to walk around, you're good to go. So let's try out auto fire as well and just see how that is. Explosive rounds, we could go back to that. Psionic, the first round in the magazine explodes on hit, which is basically just explosive rounds. You might as well just get that. Gunship support. Call an aerial gunship support to strafe a line of enemies. Okay. We haven't seen this yet, so I almost want to pick it up. Plus, that'll be good for wave clearing. Venture capital. Alright, so we can up our armor. We could try to do CD reduction 30% to our dash. And you know what, let's just do armor. Keep doing armor for this character. Make them super thick. Super tanky. Oh, there we go. Yep, there's the gunship support. Cool. Increases weapon damage. Bullets gain knockback and piercing effects. All of them, really? Wow. Like, it'd be one thing if we just increased damage and then also had knockback, but the fact you're also adding a piercing effect? Now, we can also add armor plating onto ourselves, reduces damage taken. Let's try this out. This is a 3-for-1. That sounds pretty darn nice. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Claire's dash is different. Hers is like a roll. I wasn't expecting that. Range extender. Ooh, that's pretty fun. Oh, what is this? Automatically releases an expanding and contracting arc ring that damages targets as they pass through it, hitting them twice, out and back. That's 80 damage right there. Yes, like, adding more range to the shotgun is solid, like, for sure, but that sounds pretty nice. Also, after dashing, movement speed and damage are increased for 3 seconds. Let's do arc ring. Because with the shotgun and even the gunship, we're still very directional. So having the arc ring ability will hopefully be helpful. Mechatech Mastery increases the spawn chance and damage of Mechatech. Not exactly sure what falls into Mechatech is the only thing. Increased chance 162%. Would that be like the gunship? I feel like it would be, right? Recovery boost increases all healing received. Oh, that's solid. Oh, wow, that's very solid. By 25%. Could also up our armor-piercing rounds, so that way we're doing 48% damage from 24. We're just doubling. And from what I can tell, too, when you're upping the level of things, it starts off by double, and then it starts, like, becoming, like, it becomes smaller increases over time. Let's do Mechatech. Let's try that out. See if we see anything. Slot machine. Hey! Insta-buff, I like that. Yeah, these little POIs, with the varying ways of interacting with them and what you get, really does make the gameplay unique each and every time. It's really cool. Perfect cube. Okay, +3 to damage. Ooh. I could use some more speed. Fortune Toad increased for 10 seconds. Okay. Oh no. Ooh, buddy. All right. Dash distance increases, cutting nearby enemies with spinning blades. That would not be bad. Unleash a burst of serrated flywheels. At the end, the serrated flywheels spin briefly before returning. Another AoE to help clear, because Arc Ring so far has been pretty slow. So having something else that is more 360 around us would be nice. I still feel like I should go for level 2 armor piercing, but let's go for World Blade. Let's do armor piercing. But wait, there's more. Let's see here. Unleash a burst of serrated flywheels. Okay, so this is another throw. So that might be our F key, maybe? Synergy Amplifier. When hitting enemies, both your weapon damage and auxiliary weapon damage increase. Stacks, max stacks 5, duration 3 seconds. Let's go for armor piercing again. Gunship support we can level up. So cooldown a little less. Damage, though, definitely boosted. Machine gun drone. Summon machine gun drones. Every 5th shot fires a grenade. Wow. Dashing leaves behind a black hole. 60 damage, 350 rate. Really? That's kind of interesting, actually. We don't have a dash ability yet, so we have our weapon. We don't have a dash ability. I like that. So this game kind of reminds me of yet another Zombie Survivors in some respects, but also like a little bit of like Hades, like how they categorize like, okay, we have different types of skills, and you can only have a certain set amount of them. That reminds me, like, okay, you have your dash ability, you have your attack, you have your throw. So that's really cool. Keep on rolling, rolling. Black hole dash, won't you come? Increase the spawn chance and damage of explosion tech. Call in aerial gunship support to strafe a line of enemies. Do we want to up this or up this? Let's do gunship again. Oh yeah, okay, I see the black hole. There we go. Oh, that's cool. That helps to slow down enemies too if it doesn't outright take them out. Ooh, another item. Mysterious black box. I definitely don't want to slow my fire rate anymore. Skill range, cooldown reduction, weapon range. Now let's just heal. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Claire takes on the Venomous Widow if we get to that point. Feng Shui Master. Policyholders of R.I.P. are entitled to lifelong complimentary divination. Shall I perform a divination for you? Rare Divine Tech spawn rate 18%, Epic Divine Tech spawn rate 6%, Legendary 3%, Mythic 2%. Well, let's go for Epic. Epic. Let's add this chip. Tech bands. I mean, sure, why not? Whatever. It's something. I should probably like be more strategic with like bans and rerolls and altars and stuff like that. But for these types of games, honestly, I always prefer just to work with what I'm handed. Like when I'm playing Soulstone Survivors or anything like that, usually I'm just like, you know what? Let's just see which one can I make work, because that's just kind of my play style. Is it the most efficient? No, but I find it interesting though, and it's always a challenge. But it's always good to keep these in mind that you have these. After dashing, movement speed and damage are increased. That's not terrible. I'm definitely doing a lot of dashing, especially with Claire. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll come in handy, especially when fighting the boss. Yeah, that knockback, though, is pretty nice. Alright, where are y'all at? Come on. Yarr. Oh, yes, you face Mother Gunship. There we go. Ah, okay, Mercy Aid increases health regen. There we go. Now we know what that does. Armor piercing more, World Blade Dance. Unleash a burst of serrated... I don't think I've seen this actually do anything. It says it's... Oh, is it... Oh, it's attached to the grenade, isn't it? Oh, okay, that's why. That's what that does. Okay. Now that I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute. But no, it's attached to the grenade. And of course, when I chuck the grenade, it goes off screen, so I don't see it. Synergy amplifier, huh? Armor piercing rounds. Cooldown damage. Okay, sure. We'll try it out. So instead of a grenade, oh, those blades are so fast. Holy cow. again. Blades, boom, and then boom right back. Okay. Armor piercing. Nanobot medic. Summon a medical drone. Healing per second. Oh, that's cool. Well, I don't have any of these weapons yet, so nothing in this category, so let's go for it. Nanobots healing per second. Increased duration. Yep, let's keep going for I need healing. We're going for that Genji build. We've got blades, and I always need healing. Yeah, I like the black hole. That's actually pretty cool. Merit Matrix experience. Reincarnation Beacon, fire rate and reload speed. That wouldn't be bad. Our dash is a little short, so I mean long run training again would be really nice. Now, with the grenade, we could chuck those, but with the blades, they're a bit shorter on range, it feels like, so also increasing their range wouldn't be bad, and their crit chance. And it hits multiple enemies, and it goes through and back, so that's really nice as well. That could actually be pretty nice on bosses, especially if they're big enough. Fire rate, reload speed, overall damage and distance. You know what? I'm going to try for the throwing. Just to test it out and see. Woo. Aid charging pile. Movement speed increased. Duration. Cooldown reduction. Yeah, let's do speed. Oh. Nope. Mine. Get away. Swarm amplifier. Increases the damage of... Oh, okay. Well, mine doesn't do damage. It just heals, so... Don't really need that. And hitting enemies... Yeah, okay. So we'll just go with nanobot. Actually, getting something that increases my charge cooldown would be nice. Or my dash cooldown. Or not increases, but decreases my cooldown, I should say. Oh boy, alright, boss fight. Hello, lady. Get black hold. Yeah, see how the spread the shotgun perfectly hits the Widow because of her size? Oh no. Yeah, get a gunship. Oop. Watch out for that bounce. No thank you. I prefer not to be wed. Thank you very much. Oh, we haven't seen that attack before. Oh no. lady. I play Dark Souls games. I know how to roll. Oh. There we go. Nice. Gotta grab it all. Alright, so we can increase our throw. Recovery pad. Killing an enemy has a chance. No. Okay, so armor piercing. Let's go with that. So as we can see, up in the top here, just below our timer, we hit the first boss, and then there's a primary boss, or a main boss for the level. So 2 bosses total. So if it took about 7 minutes or so to get to the first boss, I'm going to assume another 7 to get to the second boss, perhaps? Signal expansion, okay. Ooh, that regen is coming in clutch. Nope, not today. Uh-oh, uh-oh. You saw it, the tree's trying to kill me. It's joined forces with the zombos. Yeah, Claire definitely could use some more speed, but I also get why she's this slow, because she's super tanky. Ooh, let's get that helmet on. Ooh, and grenade, purple grenade. Tactical damage, weapon or magazine capacity, range, nice. Revival count +1, oh heck yeah. That's a great find. Tech alteration, spawn chance, damage and range. Let's try the dash range. I'm not trying for that stone, the sword in the stone this time. That got me in trouble last time. Let's just go with more armor. They've got laser beams. We're not doing bad damage, and we have the health regen, which is really helping quite a bit. We could use more damage, though. Let's just do movement speed. Oh no, oh no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. I'm stuck. Oh, okay, we used a revival. Yeah, that was really bad. We just got instantly swarmed by enemies, and everything hit us at once. Thank goodness for that revival. That was just very unlucky. We're getting very close. Very, very close to the next boss. I'm trying to push for that as much as possible so that way we all get the experience to get to see what it's like. Fire rate, range, attack, just heal up. Very curious on what the boss design will be for the end here. Intelligent robot. Greetings. Okay. So let's see. Luck, movement speed, crit chance. Let's just keep going with movement speed. Help us with evading as much as possible. Nice. As it crushes us. Let's see here. Tactical skill. Increases weapon range. Let's go for that. Armor plating. Reduces damage taken. You know what? We're going to need it for this next boss. Let's do it. That's stun. Okay, so I guess for that, you have to stay in the circle, but with these two elites on me, it is tough. Expansion Protocol, R&D's latest breakthrough. Absorb the corresponding core to temporarily receive more divine blessings. However, due to its high cost, only one type of ability core can be provided at a time. Chase core, tactical core... Sure, chase. We're almost to the boss, so pick something. Movement speed. I will say I'm a bit concerned with our damage output, but we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. Here's the next boss. Ooh. Oh, the big tree creature? What? It's in the artwork for the main menu, but this is an actual boss? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's concerning. Yep, bunch of root attacks, okay. Slow, but has range. Ah, okay, shoots out spores. Ooh. That's swipe. You have to be lucky on your placement. Yeah, the region is doing a lot of work for us. The armor piercing too is doing some nice damage. We're seeing some crits. Okay, so it summons allies. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're rooted. Oh no, oh no. We can throw, but we can't shoot. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that AoE though. That is a nasty AoE. And that attack seems to track us. Okay, let's not dodge. Let's hold off and see what happens. Oh, okay, allies. AoE. Yes, okay, it seems like you can dodge through it. Oh, that gunship, actually. Nice. Forgot about that. I think it's going to summon enemies again. Oh, it's the AoE. There's two of them. Okay, we gotta time that better. Yeah, these bosses definitely keep you moving, which is nice. And again. There we go. Yeah, these bosses actually feel more like MMORPG bosses, which actually is nice. Oh, that was an interesting attack. Okay, friends coming again. And spore attack, okay. AoE. AoE. Actually, what's nice about that black hole is when they're about ready to do the sweep, I can roll out, leave that behind, and then they get hit with it. There we go. Show me the goodies. Look at that. Oh, we can pause too. Mwahaha. Pause the timer. Let's load up on gear. Nice. Okay. Very cool. Crush Pulse Goggle. Mystic Kinetic Boots. Fielded Gravity Belt. Very cool. Oh, look at its little glowing eye. Okay, bye-bye now. And there we go. We played both characters that are open right off the bat in this build. We also beat both of the bosses for the swamp level. Now, if you want to see more, because we do have access to more here, then let me know. Feel free to like the video or comment. Those are the best ways to, let me know what your choice is, what your vote is for the kind of content you want to see. But yeah, if you have any questions as well, feel free to ask, and I'll try to answer what I can. And yeah, this has been R.I.P. I really like this. I think this has a lot of potential. This seems really fun. I really like what I'm seeing thus far, and really can't wait to see what the early access process is going to look like. So until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next one.